So having explored the 3 refuges and abided there, now we bring that rich experience into the practice of the salon. As you were abiding and reflecting and allowing, perhaps there was some discomfort or areas in which you became aware that your pain body or pain speech or pain mind are engaged. And so we bring that awareness into the practice of the Tsalong. Tsa means channel and Long means wind. And we're going to do these exercises to open up the chakras and the channels in the body and to allow us to become more precise and aware of the space that we embody, and to rest in that space, trusting that that is the source of the medicine, of the healing that is available to us in every moment. So let's settle into a good and comfortable posture. And make sure that your chest is open and that your spine is aligned and your breath is natural. And you may want to bring your chin back to lengthen the back of your neck. There's a hand position, mudra of equipoise, where you bring your thumb to the base of the ring finger on either hand. And then you take your left hand and rest it, fingers resting on the fingers of the right hand. And bring this hand gesture down to rest in your lap. Keep the elbows slightly away from the body to support that feeling of openness. When you are resting in open awareness, the eyes are generally left open, all of the senses natural. If you find that you become overly distracted by allowing the eyes to be open, you can close the eyes. But then again, once you connect with a sense of presence, allow them to open again and feel the abiding in the open awareness with the eyes open. So as you settle into the posture, become aware and connect with the sense of stillness. And let yourself become that stillness. Becoming aware of the sense of unbound spaciousness that is available. And as you become aware of that, the awareness itself is lively and fresh in each moment. And the awareness itself connects and is a warm sense of presence, an embodied sense of being fully here, nakedly present and open to each moment. Become aware of the central channel of blue light in your body that begins below the navel and extends upward, opening through the crown of your head. A channel of light, blue like a clear, cloudless sky. Within that channel are the energy centers or chakras. And so we'll bring our focus to the throat, feeling the presence of the throat center. And as you become aware of the throat, also become aware of the crown chakra at the top of your head. The throat and crown chakras are an area of the body which we often experience a sense of self, sense of identity, how we look, what we say. And so activity in these areas often carries a signature of pain or disturbance. So we want to open these areas, the throat and the crown chakra, to host an experience of oneself as boundless and spacious and infinitely creative. And we'll do that by engaging in the salung practice. So first I will give the description of the upward moving salung, which will support an opening of the crown and the throat chakras. And then we'll actually do the practice. So we're going to inhale through the nose and bring the focus to the throat, as if your throat is holding the precious substance of your breath, like nectar. Then you re-inhale and increase a sense of focus and warmth in the throat. The nature of warmth is to expand and to spread, and so as this focus in your throat, you feel as if it's spreading and opening up the throat. And we guide that sense of openness by rotating the head 5 times in a counterclockwise direction and 5 times clockwise. So that would mean you drop your head forward and go towards your left shoulder and rotate your head 5 times. And then you reverse that. While you are making this movement, you are retaining the breath and feeling internally that this breath is spreading. And not only spreading in the throat chakra, but is beginning to move upward through your entire face and all of your sense organs up into your brain, completely washing, nourishing, penetrating the structures of our pain body. At the end of the movements, you come back to the center and release the breath through your nose. And then sharply at the end, feeling that the obscurations are expelled through the crown of the head and dissolve immediately into the expanse of the sky. So we'll do this movement together, and we'll do it 3 times in order to experience more fully the effect of the movement. At the beginning, you just come into the posture, settling in and connecting with stillness, silence, and spaciousness. As you rest in this sense of refuge, allow into your awareness what has come in your reflection, some sense of engagement, either personally or with your family or in your profession, that has some pain or discomfort connected with it. Just pick one and just allow it to come into awareness so that you can feel how you engage in a way that is distressing or awkward or painful. Just host it in open awareness without judging or thinking or analyzing. You might become aware how this obscures your sense of connection to yourself, to this basic space of being. And now we'll do the exercise, inhaling and re-inhaling. At the end of the exercise, you rest your attention in the chakra, the throat chakra and the crown chakra, connecting with the opening that you become aware of and resting in that openness. We'll do it again. The final time. And now draw the focus into your heart chakra, feeling the sense of the central channel and just letting your focus rest at the heart. Connect with a sense of the refuge space, stillness, hearing the silence, feeling the spaciousness. And as we breathe in for this exercise, the life force salung, when you breathe in, feel that your heart is holding the breath, again as nectar or a precious substance. And as you re-inhale, that breath, the subtle breath, begins to spread in the area of your heart. And we guide that movement by extending the right arm out to the side and creating a lassoing movement, extending the fingers. All the while we're holding the breath, the left arm, do the same thing 5 times on each side. Back at the center, then you rotate the upper body towards the right 5 times, engaging the shoulder. At the same time, same thing on the left side, 5 times. And then at the center, you release the breath through the nose and just feel that your heart is releasing, exhaling, opening. As you release the breath, look into the openness that becomes available, the opening, and rest there without elaborating or engaging in thinking, just being and recognizing and resting. So we'll do that together for a total of 3 times. And always at the beginning of the exercise, when you enter the refuge space, you allow a sense of hosting what is come for transformation, some sense of pain, mind that gets engaged and is trying to figure out how to solve a problem, or it's moving back and forth. And here we're using a non-conceptual awareness. We're opening up the space of being altogether as the medicine. And so as you become aware of this moving mind, we hold it in the space of refuge. And then when we engage in the salung, we open up to become more evident to us this more powerful space of boundlessness and the awareness of that and the connection in that awareness. And this is the medicine that is available. So we'll begin by connecting with a sense of refuge through stillness, silence, and spaciousness. And then allow into your experience whatever condition you are hosting of challenge or suffering, or perhaps a relationship that is fraught in some way. Just let it come into awareness. And now we inhale, holding the breath at the heart. And re-inhale, extending the right arm, circling. And the left arm. The upper body on the right. And on the left. Once again. And a final time. And now gradually draw your focus into the navel chakra. Again, feeling the connection from the crown of your head, through your throat, heart, and now into the navel. And as we work to open the navel chakra, we increase the possibility of feeling stable and grounded in our openness, and to increase the potential for ripening the positive qualities that we discover in that openness. It is also an opportunity to support the digestion of our, not only of our food, but actually of our experiences, of our emotional experiences, which often go undigested because we move away from them, or we compress them and try to put them out of our awareness, or we exaggerate them through engaging in thinking. So here we're just opening the capacity to very nakedly and directly experience everything that is in life, experience it fully and with all one's potential for engagement in a positive way. So at this chakra, we're going to pull up with the muscle of the perineum and the pelvic platform, and push down with the diaphragm. And this creates a retention called the vase retention. You want it to be definite, but not too tight. And so when you create this retention by pulling up and pushing down, the navel's in the center of the vase, and that's where your awareness is. And we do the same inhalation, and then we re-inhale and create a feeling of warmth that spreads. As you're holding this, you extend the body forward, leading with your navel, pulling it back towards your spine. You're circling 5 times in a counterclockwise direction. So you'd be moving towards the left first, circling around 5 times clockwise. All the while, my attention is in the navel chakra, I'm holding my breath, and I'm feeling the warmth penetrating this area. When I come back to center, release the breath by breathing out through the nose, and feel that the chakra itself is releasing, and that the warmth is expanding upward and also downward, fully engaging this area of the body. And that supports you to host you, to rest in open awareness at the navel. Just feeling a sense of natural expansion as you rest. So we'll do that together 3 times. Again, you always come to that sense of refuge in the stillness, in the silence, in the spaciousness. Connecting in that spaciousness, we allow or invite the experience that we host. And now we'll do the exercise. Get support from your hands at your hips. Breathing in, pulling up and pushing down. Re-inhale. Once again. And a final time. At the end of the breath releasing, continuing to let the navel chakra host your openness, aware of that openness, continuing to rest in open awareness. And now we'll continue the Salong with the pervasive Salong exercise. Continue your awareness of the central channel and now become aware also of the side channels. On your left side, a red channel of light that comes up parallel to the central channel. But instead of exiting at the crown, it curves, comes behind the eye and comes to the left nostril. And a right white channel that does the same, rises up, curves and comes to the right nostril. These are channels of light, they're flexible. And within the central channel, feel the presence of the crown, throat, heart, navel. And now bring the focus to the junction, the three channels, the red left channel and the right white channel and the central blue channel all join 4 finger widths below the navel and form a junction. So we're going to inhale and bring our focus to this junction. And then as we re-inhale, we imagine the breath is entering the central channel and ascending the central channel and beginning to expand. We clap the hands at the top of the head, generate heat, and then begin to massage the body. And as we massage the body, within feel that the prana, the breath, the lung is expanding and permeating your entire experience of being in a body and radiating through all of the channels of the body. And then we make this gesture 5 times of shooting the bow and arrow, 5 times to the right and 5 times to the left. And then releasing the breath. And as you release, feel that all of the tensions, all of the energies are releasing. The body is completely opening, and you're resting in that fully embodied openness that is expansive by nature. So this gesture is supporting us to feel that sense of expansion that goes beyond the bounds of one's physical body. Let's do that together 3 times and again. Begin with that sense of coming to stillness, hearing the silence, connecting with the spaciousness. Again, hosting what may normally have you feeling a little condensed or blocked in some way or contracted, just hosting that in your awareness, that sense of self. And now we breathe in, bring the breath to the junction, re-inhale. As you rest, just feel the natural expansion through your body. And if you can stabilize in that feeling of expansion, you just rest your mind there. If you find you get a little lost, you can bring your focus to the junction of the three channels and let that location host the sense of expansion. And we'll do that again. And a final time. This exercise can support you to feel a more subtle awareness of the energy in each of the chakras. Alive, vital, present, and fully embodied. On our final Salong exercise, we're bringing the focus to the secret chakra, right at the junction of the three channels. And as we bring our focus here, we create the basket hold by just pulling up on the muscles of the perineum and the pelvic platform. And our body position also supports this focus. Cross the right leg in front of the left and bring the knees up. If you're seated in a chair, you can do cross the legs at the ankle and hold your knees. The focus is in the secret chakra. And we inhale and pull up on create the basket hold. And then re-inhale and again feeling the warmth spreading, opening up that chakra. You turn to the right knee and hold. And circle 5 times counterclockwise. Holding the breath 5 times clockwise as you hold the left knee. And then coming to center 5 times counterclockwise. And then releasing. As you release the breath through the nose, feel that the chakra is releasing the subtle breath, just in the similar fashion that if you were to cup your hands and hold water, and then open your hands, the water would naturally fall to the earth. Just feel as the chakra opens, the energy releases in a downward direction. It's called the downward clearing Salong. And this chakra, as it opens up the potential for our expression in the world and our action to be informed by the positive qualities that we have connected with in our hearts, such as love or compassion, joy. It just lets it come forward spontaneously and naturally. And so by contrast, you might become aware of how in a troubled state, Our actions are often driven by anxiety or fear or insecurity. So as you host that in your awareness, you can feel that identity of oneself, the actions that come from that pain identity, and just hold it warmly in the refuge space. And as we do the Salung exercise, a new space, which is really not new, but it may be newly discovered, opens up, and we begin to trust that opening and abide there. And the more we trust it, the more we abide there, the more our life will be lived from that space. So working with the secret chakra is very important to encourage that full connection with the refuge and the expression of that authentic connection in our lives. So again, connecting with the refuge through stillness, silence, and spaciousness. And opening up the practice to include that a sense of yourself when you are driven by anxiety or lack of confidence, or just feeling disconnected from yourself. And come into the position, and we'll do the exercise. Breathing in, pulling up, re-inhaling. Once again. And a final time. Again, continuing to rest, coming into a comfortable posture, and continuing to hold your focus in the opening that you discover at the secret chakra. And now just bring your focus to the crown chakra and the throat chakra, just feeling that awareness of these locations and feeling as if they're subtly breathing, that these chakras are subtly breathing as you breathe. Including the heart chakra in your awareness. The navel chakra, a sense of your whole body breathing and the secret chakra. Feeling the unboundedness of being and recognizing and resting in that nakedly. And again, as you rest in openness, it allows experience to arise. As it arises and you host it in the openness, without elaborating, it naturally dwells for a period of time and then dissolves. Sometimes we need to apply a little medicine if something is a little strong in our experience, such as internal dialogue. When we recognize this more, with more focus, we listen to the silence. With the support of that medicine of listening to the silence, the grip of that internal dialogue can release into that silence. And you can rest in the refuge.